welcome to MASIH Sevashram Inter-College online classes. Today we will see lesson number 2. Lesson's name is the Tsunami. Okay, you may not have heard about tsunami. Okay, maybe some of you, very few of you might have heard about tsunami because it happened in 2004 December 26. Okay, now the tsunami is a name given. Okay, it's not the process of water coming up, it's a name. Okay, now what is the tsunami? Inside the sea, when earthquake comes, water comes up to the land, to the shore. From the sea, the water comes to the shore. That is called the wave. Okay, now here it comes as a very huge wave comes, and that is given the name as tsunami. Okay, now we will go to the introduction part of the lesson. A tsunami is a very large and powerful wave caused by earthquakes under the sea. See, as I told, under the sea, when the earthquakes happens, the water comes up in a huge wave. Okay, huge waves comes to the land. Now that happened when? On 26 December 2004. Most of you may not have born only that year. Okay, a tsunami hit Thailand and parts of India such as the Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Tamil Nadu coast. Okay, now which are the places this tsunami is affected? They are telling Thailand and parts of India. A few parts of India, that is Andaman and Nicobar Island and in Tamil Nadu coast, the tsunami hit. Here are some stories of courage and survival. Now in this lesson we are going to study about some stories of courage, how people got the courage and survival, how they continued to live in spite of this tsunami hitting, how the people survived. Survived means continued to live after some disaster. Okay, did animals sense that a tsunami was coming? क्या जानवर को ये पता हुआ है क्या tsunami के बारे में? Some stories suggest that they did. Okay, now in the lesson when we go through we will see that yes, animals came to know about the tsunami. That is the introduction part of this lesson. Okay, now we will go to the lesson. These stories are all from the Andaman and Nicobar archipelago. Okay, now what the first part of the lesson we are going to see the tsunami hit in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Ignatius was the manager of a cooperative society in Kachol. Ignatius is a person's name. Okay, now what was his work? He was a manager in a cooperative society. His wife woke him up at 6 a.m. Okay, 6 a.m. means early in the morning. Okay, 6 o'clock in the morning his wife woke him up, jagaya usko. Okay, because she felt an earthquake. Now why his wife woke him up? Because she felt that there is an earthquake. Ignatius carefully took his television set off its table and put it down on the ground so that it would not fall and break. Now when Ignatius heard that there is an earthquake, what he did, the first thing what he did is he kept his television from the table and kept it on the floor. Otherwise with the earthquake the television will fall. So not fall that, he kept it on the floor. Then the family rushed out of the house. Uske baad the TV they kept it on the floor and then immediately all of the family members rushed out of the house. That's what we have to do when earthquake comes. We have to move from the house, go and stand outside. When the tremors stopped, they saw the sea rising. when the tremors means, when the earthquake happens, the earth shakes. Okay, kind of shaking. Okay, that is called the tremor. When the tremors stopped and the shaking of the earth was stopped, they saw the sea rising. What did they see? The sea rising. Means water was coming up. In the chaos and confusion, two of his children caught hold of the hands of their mother's father and mother's brother and rushed in the opposite direction. See, now when they felt that earthquake and then the sea water was coming up, what did they do? The children got confused and then they caught hold of the hand of their mother's father, means grandfather's hand, and one child caught hold of the mother's brother's hand, means uncle's hand, chacha, we say in Hindi chacha, and rushed in opposite direction, and they went to the opposite direction. He never saw them again. So Ignatius never saw these two children and his wife's mother and brother. His wife was also swept away. So by this water, the wife also was swept away. Now who all are the people who were swept away by the water? Wife, wife's father and wife's brother and their two children were washed away with the water. Okay. Only 3 other children who came with him were saved. Now Ignatius के साथ जो 3 बच्चे आए थे, वो 3 बच्चे और इग्नेशियस का जीवन बच गया, बाकी सबका जीवन ये पानी लेके गया. Sanjeev was a policeman serving in the Kachol island of the Nicobar group of islands. Now Sanjeev is a policeman. He was working in Kachol island in Nicobar islands. He somehow managed to save himself, his wife and his baby daughter from the waves. So our Sanjeev tried to save the life of his wife and his child. But then he heard cries for help from the wife of John, the guest house cook. Now, Sanjeev heard the cry. रोने का आवाज किसका? The cook. The cook's name is John. Okay. John's wife's cry Sanjeev heard. Okay. Now Sanjeev jumped into the water to rescue her. सब उसको बचाने के लिए संजीव पानी में कूद गया. Okay. But they were both swept away. So Sanjeev and John, the cook's wife, both were drowned in the water. Okay. He went to save somebody's life, but he and the person both were drowned in the water and they lost their life. They died. Okay, shortly. So today we will see this much and then we will see in the next class. Okay. Thank you, students. So read and understand the lesson till here. Okay.